Hey everybody, Soup Beard here. I noticed something when I was looking on YouTube that there's no video for this particular thing right here, and I figured I might as well make one. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change the voltage regulator on a 1974 Ford LTD with the 460 engine. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is the part, obviously. Voltage regulator. I got mine from Advanced Auto, the CarQuest brand. Fairly inexpensive. It's a fairly easy job. First, we're going to want to start by unhooking the battery. You need a 1/2 inch or a 13mm wrench will do the trick. Go ahead and loosen this up a little bit. Rock her back and forth, and should pop right off there, no problem. Next step is to pull the battery out. This particular battery has no handles, so that'll be fun. Get my fingers underneath there. So this way. Oh, sorry. Get my fingers underneath the battery. And lift up and out. Easy peasy. Now, once the battery's out of the way, you have to get... Actually, looks like we can get right to it. The part we're looking at is right behind the battery holder right there. So what we're going to have to do is unhook the clip. There's a 4-prong clip for it. A couple of bolts holding her in. Hook the new one back up. A couple bolts to put her back in, and we'll be done. Let's get started. Alright everybody, what you're going to need to get this part out is just a 10mm, pretty common, an extension and a ratchet. There's 2 bolts holding it in and one clip to take off with the 4 wires, so go ahead and get her. Careful not to hook any other wires, disconnect anything while you're down here. Once you got it loose, you can take the ratchet off there. Should be able to hold the rest of the way out with your fingers. Maybe not quite. Again. Number 1. Bottom side. Where we at? Oh, there we go. Looks like we're gonna. There we go. Perfect. Pretty simple extraction, just the 2 bolts. Nothing to it but to do it. Alright, looks like you got a little ground wire here. You're going to have to make sure that you hook this ground wire back up when you install the new one. Make sure you do that. It could be a big problem if you don't. Okay, and then we have, ooh, that is really crusty under there. Really crusty under there. So yeah, just the one clip here. Should be able to get a Phillips or a flathead screwdriver, pry it up on this, and it should come right off. Alright, we got our old part out. As you can see, it's the original part that came on the car when it was brand new. That's great. We got the new part here. You're ready to just plug it in here. It's got 4 prongs. You can see where the prongs line up. And it should plug right in, just like that. We've got the 2 ground wires here. We need to make sure those get hooked up as we're installing this. They were already hooked up to this wire, or this hole right here, so we'll probably go ahead and hook them back up to that hole. Let's see. Something like that, I believe, should work just fine. So we'll get our first bolt, we'll put it through this hole, make sure we get it through both of those. And we'll get her down here and into place. So you can just get it started with your fingers. That makes things a little bit easier. And we've got the ratchet to get her going after that. Just get this in there and get her tight. And we should be in business. Once you get the first one semi-tight, you want to get your second one started. Just to make sure you can still get her in there. That's what she said. Because there's ground wires attached, you want to make sure that you get these all the way tight. Don't let it rip your ground wire. Should be good there. Now that we've got that in there, wires are all attached. New part's in. We just got to put the battery back in, hook it back up, and we're good to go. All right, we got the part in. We got everything hooked up back up. We got the battery back in. Everything's hooked up there. We got the meter on it. Now I'm gonna go start it up and see what she does. Alright, well, it's charging more than it was before. Let me see what happens when I rev it. Back up to 13, I think we're good. We were sitting at right around 12 exactly before, so voltage regulator was a problem for sure. Have a good day, everybody.